And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
I am a real American.
What's up, everybody? It's CSAP, your Common Sense American Patriot, here with my Common Sense Politics show. How are you all doing today? I'm doing pretty good, and I'm looking forward to this show. I got a pretty good layout, and I'm ready to get started on it. Unfortunately, I did not get my new mic yet. I'm still waiting for it, and then I still got to set it up. So hopefully, definitely by next week, I will have a better mic. So hopefully it sounds a lot better for the podcast version. It's kind of weird, you know, during the YouTube, all of my YouTubing I was doing, I never even realized how kind of bad the mic was until you listen to the audio only, and then it's pretty rough. So I apologize for that, and I'm going to upgrade my equipment and keep producing and making better production value for everybody out there, because I enjoy doing this. This is a hobby for me, and I'm passionate for this. I have a passion for politics and what's going on in this country. So let's get started today. So today's show, I've got about 3 or 4 stories. We'll see how many I get through, and I want to talk about them. I've got a really funny one coming up a little bit later, so let's get started here on story number 1 I want to talk about. I want to talk about Scott Preston and his cleanup that he did in Baltimore. I think this is the greatest thing ever. He thought of it like, listen, I'm just going to go to Baltimore, I'm going to tweet it out. If you don't know who Scott Preston is, Scott Preston is a very conservative activist on Twitter. He's a big get the vote out kind of guy, and awesome conservative. And so he just tweeted, he saw the trash in Baltimore and said, I'm going to go do a trash cleanup in Baltimore. And any conservative that wants to come with me. And it turned out about 200 conservatives went down to Baltimore and cleaned up big portions of neighborhoods. This to me is exactly what we need as conservatives. We all complain about big government. We don't want government. We don't want government involved in our lives, and less government's better. And that's definitely how I feel. So just quick background a little bit on me is I actually voted Libertarian for many years until Trump came on board, and then I voted for Trump. But I believe in the Libertarians are kind of a pain in the butt. But I believe in their core value of less government. The least amount of government we can have, the better off we are. And then I'm a fiscal conservative. I think we should, again, less government, more freedoms. We need freedom in this country, not government and regulations. So this is great what he did. That's what we need to do as conservatives, and like Scott Preston did. So just like in this article, Trump supporters cleaned up West Baltimore. I didn't highlight and the liberal media are irritated, because that's not even the point I want to get into. I could care less what the liberal media thinks. I mean, the whole media is liberal and propagandist. But who cares? This is what we need to do as conservatives. We need to get together and start doing more things for our community. We need to start walking the walk. We need to quit talking. Just like I brought up the other day with the gun issues, how conservatives don't want red flag laws. Well, what are we putting out there? That's what we always say. Democrats in the left, they don't have any solutions to any problems. Well, guess what? Republicans aren't very different. What solutions do we have? This is a giant step in the right direction. We don't want government. We don't want regulations. We don't want all these things to happen. Well, then we need to start getting out there and walking the walk. And like I said, with Scott Preston, this is a great thing. We need to start going out and donating blood, giving to charities, giving to communities, doing community work, doing all these different things to help. We complain about the homeless problem, but what are we doing to help the homeless problem? Is anybody in the community going out there and donating money to local charities to help get them off the street? And I don't mean donate to the actual homeless on the street that are begging for money, because that's not a true solution to the problem. I get it that in your heart it probably feels good to give them money, which is fine, but you really should be giving that money to charities, because the charities are there to professionally help and get these guys permanently off the street. So I want to go to Scott's Twitter that he did. He posted a tweet, and I think it's a great tweet. So I got it pulled up here. So I just want you to listen to his tweet and listen to what he says. It's perfect, and then I'm going to go over it. So here we go. Here's his tweet that he did out there in Baltimore.
Good morning, everybody. This is Scott Pressler. I'm now in West Baltimore. We're here because we want to help pick up trash and clean up the city. You know, this isn't just about Trump or anti-Representative Cummings or anything. This is about, we want to help our fellow citizen, and we want to come together as a family because we're all Americans. And I ask you to please post on social media today, hashtag Americans Helping Americans. Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
And there you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's not about Trump. It's not about this. We're just Americans helping Americans. Man, he nailed it on the head. And if we want to stop the divide that we have in this country, and I think it's a huge divide and we do need to get past it, we need to come up with better bipartisan solutions, is we're going to have to do things like this. And just like he talked about there, we need to come together, Americans helping Americans. It wasn't about trying to promote anything besides just getting out there and doing it. Of course, this is going to help the conservative cause because they are conservatives. They're out there wearing MAGA hats. And this is what I mentioned to some local people that I know around here in my community. You know, I've been out to the rallies. I've done the rally thing, and I enjoy it. It's actually fun to go do and network with people and meet other people. But why not do different things? Like, I consider what Scott did there kind of a rally. Bring your MAGA hat, bring some American flags, post them up while you're cleaning up the neighborhood. That's going to get you much farther than standing on a street corner screaming at each other. I mean, that's not going to get anywhere. And then these rallies where people go to Berkeley and, you know, all these rallies where they're going into these, like Berkeley, Portland's kind of another one. You're going into these far left-wing areas and doing a rally. You're not doing anything but agitating these people and getting people hurt and injured. You're not going to win anybody over. I used to always say, if we're going to hold a Trump rally, why not go to somewhere that's either leans left or in the middle, like these demographic areas where they're kind of in the middle. That's where you could go and actually have conversations with people and hopefully win some people over. But if you're going into a far left neighborhood like Berkeley, you're going to win nobody over. It's going to be chaos. The media is going to lick it up because it's going to be absolute chaos. Antifa is going to show up tenfold and just cause chaos. You're not going to win anybody over. However, if you were to go into a city like Baltimore, which is far left, like Scott did and these Patriots did, and you have MAGA hats and American flags, but you're cleaning up the city, boy, that is a big difference than just going on street corners and hooting and hollering and causing havoc. I'm telling you, this is what we need to do as conservatives, and Scott Preston has it right that Americans helping Americans. Like, do a food drive. If you're doing a food drive on a corner for the homeless and you're going to give all this money to charity or food drive, then you can have your MAGA hats and your American flags and all these different things. It's going to be such a better tone than just standing there waving flags. There's nothing against rallies. I enjoy them, and I think they're fun to go to. But I think we could step it up by doing these different things, and it's like a rally, but you're also contributing back to the community, which we need to do as conservatives, in my opinion. Less government, more community help, more conservatives getting out there and walking the walk. So let's move on to the next story I got for you guys. This one's pretty disgusting, especially with everything that's been going on lately with obviously the mass shootings. So we have a movie here, Hollywood blockbuster that satirizes killing of deplorables, causes outrage, demented and evil. So the movie's title is The Hunt. So look at some quotes that they got here in the movie. I want to go over with you right here. So the violent R-rated film from producer Jason Blumhouse follows a dozen MAGA types who woke up in a clearing and realized they are being stalked for sport by elite liberals. Who dreams this up? Like, who? Obviously Hollywood and their elitist friends there thought it'd be a great movie. Let's pick up some deplorables, drop them off in a field, and we'll have the elite liberals hunt them and kill them. Boy, great movie. You guys come up with just the best ideas, and you guys wonder why your ticket sales are absolutely plummeting and going nowhere. So let's get back to here. A couple more quotes from the article here. According to a Hollywood trade publication, characters in the film are referred to the victims as deplorables. We all know that Hillary Clinton called Trump supporters deplorables, so that's why this film is just getting hammered. The next quote: "At least the hunt coming. At least the hunt's coming up. Nothing better than going out to the manor and slaughtering a dozen of deplorables." A character responds. So that's an actual quote from one of the characters in the movie saying, like, the hunt's coming up. Nothing better than to go out there and kill a bunch of deplorables. Good job, Universal Pictures. I'm pretty sure you're going to lose a whole bunch of money on this movie. But just absolutely disgusting. I mean, what? I just don't get it. You know, it goes back to the mainstream media wants to talk about Trump and how Trump is, you know, he's inciting this violence all the time and this and that. Look at this movie. They're not even covertly trying to like subvertly dog whistle this out there. They're just overtly out there with it that, yeah, we're out there to kill deplorables. We are gonna make a movie based on killing deplorables / Trump supporters. It's not even. They're not even trying to hide this. It's blatantly out in the open. They made a whole film, and they were, until the mass shootings, they were out there marketing this movie like crazy. But then, of course, now that the mass shootings happen, they want to pull it back a little bit. We don't want to publicize this too much. Too late. It's already out there. You already made the movie. How do you pull it? You can't walk this movie back. So again, just another disgusting thing from elite liberals and Hollywood. Let's go out and kill a bunch of Trump deplorables. You guys all want to talk about Trump's out there dog whistling. You guys aren't even dog whistling. You make movies about straight out killing deplorables. Disgusting. Universal Pictures, Hollywood. I despise you all. I can't stand I don't watch any movies. I try to keep my money in my pocket because I don't want to give any money to Hollywood and these celebrities that actually think they know things. Celebrities like Alyssa Milano, you washed up TV star, thinks she knows politics and throws her 2 cents into everything, knows absolutely nothing. So I try to really, really make sure I don't give my money to the movie theaters in Hollywood. So check it out. You guys can check it out. The Hunt. It's called The Hunt. You guys can go look at the trailers and see what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So going on with the talking about the mass shootings, I just want to bring up just one other point here. I was reading some articles about some things. Again, how just the Hollywood, or not Hollywood, but how the mainstream media is blaming Trump for everything. So I made a meme the other day, and here's the meme I made. I just made it yesterday. I put, funny how Obama didn't get blamed for the Muslim mass shooter at the Pulse nightclub, even though he ordered 542 drone strikes in Muslim countries that killed an estimated 3,797 people, including 324 civilians. Now, that would be the same. Could you imagine if this Pulse nightclub shooter did this now with Trump? Oh, the outrage would be absolutely insane. I don't even want to know what the outrage would be if a Muslim mass shooter went in there and targeted these people and wrote some silly manifesto that said, I killed all these gay people in the nightclub because of Trump bombing my home countries and my fellow men. You know, it's just crazy how these things get spun. Do I believe Obama should be blamed for that? No. And same with Sandy Hook. Should Obama be blamed for Sandy Hook? Absolutely not. Nobody should be blamed for these mass shootings besides the mass shooter themselves and anybody that knew they were actually off the rocker and didn't say anything. They should be held a little bit accountable too. I don't mean held accountable because obviously they didn't do it, but they should be looked at and talked to. But the only person to be blamed for any of these shootings is the actual shooter themselves. They are the ones that did it. They're the ones that warped their mind, because no normal human being is going to go out there and start shooting up, killing mass people. No normal human being does that. I don't believe that's in our normal human just makeup. I don't believe we're not made to do that. things get warped in our mind, and just I don't know. It's mental health. Again, it goes back to the mental health in this country, and we need to get more help with mental health issues. All right, so I want to move on to my last thing I want to go over. So this is a little bit, it's a little bit longer. It's about a 5-minute cut, but I'm going to pause it in between. The Democrat Socialists of America. So this is the squad. So we're talking about the far fringe left, the Alexandria Cortezes, the AOCs, the Elmars, Rashida Tlaibs. This is them. I'm going to show you. They had their national convention, and I'm going to show you who these people are. This is their following. So I've got a 5-minute clip. I'm gonna show it in its entirety, but I'm gonna pause it in between and just talk about it. It is wild. Your mind is gonna be blown. I couldn't stop laughing. I'm sorry. Yes, some people were telling me, "Oh, you shouldn't laugh at these people. You should understand them." I don't want to understand them. These people are calling each other comrades, and they want communism in my country. I'm sorry. I'm going to laugh at you, and I want nothing to do with you. And I want the rest of the world, or especially the rest of this country, to see what these people are. These are the AOC supporters. AOC has control of the party right now. This is what's going on. These are the fringe left. This is who the Elizabeth Warrens are sitting here trying to pander to. This is what they want. If Joe Biden doesn't win the primary, these are the guys that are going to vote the Elizabeth Warrens in, or the Bernie Sanders. This is the absolute insanity of where the Democrat Party is going. So let's get started on it here. I'm going to switch over. And here we go. So this is I'm just going to, for the people that are listening on the podcast. So this guy, this first cut here, is the guy that's setting the rules and the tones of the convention. So here we go. Let's get started. And I'm going to start and stop. I'm going to do a lot of start and stopping and talking about it, because it's going to blow your mind. I promise you. Here we go.
In this room, I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this.
Okay. So essentially, he's saying nobody clap. Everybody put their hands in the air and do finger waves like this. No clapping. Clapping is not allowed. He's going to get into it. But so everybody listen on the podcast, it's put your fingers in the air and wave your little fingers. It's no clapping.
It's really important, because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up these.
So at the Democratic Socialist of America convention, no clapping. Cannot clap. Only fingers, little fingers in the air. Okay, let's go. It gets so much better.
Avoid hissing.
I'm already laughing
Avoid
because it's so
waving banners, right? Because there's all sorts of things. If you don't know what to do, show up these. We have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these, right? On Piedmont's floor, on 7, there's one that has video but no sound.
These guys, I'm sorry, I can't even wrap my mind around it. So they have silent... I can't even get through this segment. They have silent rooms where there'll be video but no sound, because we don't want to have any loud sounds here. It's just craziness. What are these guys doing?
If you still want to be able to observe the convention, but the sound is an issue, there's also in Piedmont 8 a completely quiet room. One thing to note there, please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent.
Why would you even go to a convention and not want to hear the sound? I'm going to watch a video. I'm going to watch this video that has no sound. Who does that? and then on Piedmont 8, we have a completely quiet room. And don't go in there with an aggressive scent, because you might trigger somebody. Like, what are you guys talking about? Let's keep going. It just gets better.
Right? Because that's going to be difficult for people. And whether, perfumes or anything like that. You have to have your credentials at all time. We're not trying to be jerks, but there are right-wing infiltrators who are trying to get in here, and the way that you enable us to keep them out is by making sure it's very easy for all the marshals to see those.
I'm going to get back to this credential part here in a few minutes. Right-wing infiltrators. I'm going to get back to that one.
People are going to have different experiences of things that some others might think is normal heatedness, and I think in some of that there's an inevitability there, but it's going to be really traumatic for people if we're not making an affirmative effort to de-escalate each other and de-escalate ourselves. And generally, try to be chill, right? Take a deep breath. Doesn't feel better? This is real.
So, let's all take deep breaths. Don't we feel better now? Let's de-escalate each other, de-escalate ourselves. Let's just be chill. Kumbaya. Just wait until later. You guys better work on that de-escalating each other. This video just gets better and better.
Important. Please don't tweet photos of your credentials. That would be very bad. Don't really talk to anybody who doesn't have a credential, especially if they claim to be from the press. You have no idea who that person is.
So why not talk to the press? Probably because you guys don't even want this video out, because it shows how insane you guys are. I was just laughing so hard last night when I was watching this videos, putting this together. It's hilarious. I want everybody in America to see that this is who supports AOC. If Joe Biden does not win and Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders wins the primaries, these are the folks that pushed them to the win, to pass the finish line. This is I'm telling you, this is the new face of the Democratic Party. So let's keep going here because it just gets better.
Please do not talk to anybody who identifies themselves as a member of the press without having credentials. Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to MAGA assholes. We're almost there. But thank you.
This part is hilarious. Like, don't talk to MAGA assholes. Oh! People clapping. No, finger waves, we can't clap. You guys are crazy. And then he talks about don't talk to cops. Here we go. Let's listen to what he's got to say about the police. But remember, finger waves, no clapping.
By all means, don't talk to cops if there are cops there for any reason at all, right? And if you do see someone talking to cops, let the marshals know.
Why don't you want to talk to the police? Do you not like the police? There you have it, America. Here's the face of the Democratic Party. This is the new Democratic Party, and they don't want them to talk to the police. Do not talk to the cops. Why do you not want to talk to the cops? Why do you even have them there? Of course, you want them there to defend your convention, so no right-wing MAGA assholes get in there. Oh, finger waves. But why don't you like the cops? What's wrong with the police? They are overtly showing America, they do not like the police. Oh, but I'm sure you like the police in Dayton, Ohio when they took out that shooter in 30 seconds. Bet you love the police then. Guess what? I love the police every single day. I back the blue 100%. I love the police. Thank you for your jobs, every policeman out there, any officers that listen to this, any law enforcement. Thank you. I appreciate what you do every single day, putting your life on the line out there. I can't thank you enough. But these guys in the Democratic Party does not like the police, which is insane. They only like them when you need them, huh? Oh, yeah. When you got a problem, you're sure going to call them. When you want those MAGA assholes out of your convention, who are you going to call? Yeah, you're going to call the police. Hypocrites. Absolute disgusting hypocrites. So let's move on here. Now let's hear what other goofy things they got to say.
Making sure that everybody's voice is heard. I know that the folks up front are going to do their best to make sure everyone's voice is heard during the debates. Our marshals are going to be running microphones. They're going to be holding on to those microphones. And please, do your best to respect that and communicate with us if, you need the mic held differently for you for any kind of reason.
These guys are so sensitive. Let us know if we just need to hold the mic for you a little bit different. We'll do that for you. These guys are all these people here are the ones that you still live in mommy's basement. Does she cut the crust off for you? And does she iron your clothes for you before you go out, little Johnny? Come on, guys. You're not holding the microphone right for me. You'll see. These guys get triggered. This is what's funny about the left, man. They eat each other, and here it's coming up. I'm telling you, it's getting better.
strong because there's power in collective work, and that's exactly what we're doing here. And we're going to rely on you to make that happen. So I'm very happy to be working with you on this project, and I hope everyone has a great convention.
Quick point of privilege.
Okay, here's where we get really good. And right here, quick point of personal privilege. Can somebody explain what that is? That's obviously some kind of far left thing. Like, quick point of personal privilege. Personal privilege, please. Here we go. This is where it starts to get real good.
Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him.
Okay, you're look at this person in the red here. So he goes, guys, he, him. This dude just lost whatever this is. He, her, I don't know what it is. This person just lost his mind. And I'll explain why here in a little bit. But this guy's already triggered. Listen to what he's got to say.
Just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade.
Like, this guy can't get to the microphone fast enough. Guy, I don't know. He's dressed like a woman, but he definitely talks like a guy. Here we go. This guy is pissed. And then look at, thank you, comrade. So these guys, they disguise themselves as democratic socialist of Americans. You know, that's their whole thing. Like, you guys are communists. You guys call each other comrades. You know, I had somebody tell me, like, oh, you know, you shouldn't be making fun of these people. You should try to learn about them more. Like, no. These guys are communists. I want to learn nothing about them. I want them to go away. Go move to Russia and start the USSR again. I want nothing to do with the Communist Party in America to take away my freedom, take away my rights, take away my Constitution. Absolutely not. I don't want to learn these people, and listen, these are the people I don't want to talk to. They don't want to learn anything about me. They're not the ones that want to actually have a civil conversation. These are the people that are lost. They're gone. They're not coming back. But here we go. So, yeah, I don't want to learn anything about these fellow comrades of ours here. But listen, this guy is lost it. He's pissed. Here we go.
Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
This guy is so mad. He's stumbling over. Please do not use gendered language to address everyone. Sit down and be quiet. Look at you guys are eating each other. You guys can't even have your own convention without eating each other and triggering each other. I mean, this guy about lost his mind. He was trying to jump out of his seat to make this announcement. And again, back to the whatever, the personal privilege. What is that? Like, I don't know. But anyhow, go ahead, comrade. What's bothering you today? So here we go.
Okay.
Pissed.
A quick point of
And then
privilege
here we
once
go.
again.
Back to James Jackson here. He's super triggered now.
Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing.
That goes for double for the hissing and the heckling. I can't even take this. It goes for double for hissing and heckling. This guy has lost his mind. He's on fire right now. Maybe you should go to your quiet room. Maybe nobody has perfume in there. Oh, this is great. This is the Democrat Party for you. Let's listen to the rest of this triggered guy.
It's
here.
also triggering to my anxiety. Like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, you know, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't going to get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate, okay? Your need to express yourself is important, but your need to express yourself should not trump or over, like,
we agree,
it doesn't matter. Your need to express yourself is not more important than other delegates' ability to perform. Thank you.
So that's what we got there. I'm like wiping away tears in my eyes. This is the Democratic Party. So I wanted to end the show there, kind of on a high note. At least I got a good laugh at it. I'm sure most of America is going to get a good laugh at it. But you must remember, this is the AOCs of our country. This is the Democrat Party. They overtly do not like the cops. That's their convention. They can't even get along with each other in their own convention. These guys are crazy. They're literally crazy. These are the people that don't want to work, want everything for free. They want us hardworking Americans to pay for them and make sure they hold the mic right for them and don't clap. But going back to the credentials, I can't wait until the 2020 Democratic Socialist America convention, because I am going to get in there. I'm going to try to sneak in there with my little credentials and do the finger waving until something great comes up, like when they said, oh, don't talk to the MAGA assholes, and everybody starts clapping. I'm not going to clap. I'm going to bring out an air horn. Could you absolutely imagine? These people would lose their mind. Oh, I can't wait to go to the 2020 Democrat Socialist of America convention. It is going to be awesome. Anyhow, guys, that's all I got for you guys today, but I just wanted everybody to see where these guys are the face of the Democratic Party. This is the Elizabeth Warrens, the Bernie Sanders. That's who's pushing these people to win. So now you have it. You've seen them full circle, who they are, what they're all about. And I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I love this country. Not communist. Talk to you later.